Hello, good afternoon, welcome, good evening, good morning, good night. Today I'm going to be showing you how I use a free piece of software I've found available on the internet by some very clever gentleman who's made it and put it there for free, in conjunction with your DT25 or DT50 amplifier to be able to control it from the desktop. The only other thing you will need is an interface that will enable you to put MIDI leads into your computer. You can buy a USB to MIDI lead, which I believe, if you was to search for those, they'd be about sort of anything between £8 and £15, depending on what you trust. But yeah, so without further ado, let's jump in and have a look. So what we're going to do, let's have a look at the features of this. Basically, some kind clever gentleman has created a program online for free to download to accompany this amp, which will allow you to control all the features of the amp and switch between all the modelling effects, modelling amp effects, and also about 8 or 9 different reverb choices straight from your computer screen. So basically how I'm using my amplifier is I've got it mic'd up at the moment, and from there I'm using it basically as a VST. So remembering and thinking that this amp is around £400, less second hand. You can edit your settings of how you want your amp in here, and it will, once you turn this off, it will automatically be stored on the amp itself. So for instance, I like a clean, and this is my general clean setup. Okay, that's nice, so I want a bit more verb on it. So you can see the options you've got here. You've got decay, pre-delay, tone and the mix there. You can also, so say I like the class A. What would it sound like with the topology as class AB? Lovely. So, pentode or triode? Let's give it a go. Fantastic. So, from there you can see you've got lots of options. These ones I don't have the use of because my amp is the DT25, not the DT50. So those ones aren't applicable to this amp, so switching them will do nothing. But to go through a couple of little settings, on here you've got approximately 20 odd different amp types. So you've got the Tweed Bluesman Bright, which I use with the cab is the 4x10 Tweed Bluesman cab. If I wanted to say an AC30, I just simply give that a click, and over here you should have seen the light click over, or a little click there. And what do I want to put that with? How about a 2x12 silver bell? So very nice. Okay, but I don't particularly like that reverb for this one, so let's go with a hall reverb. Lovely. Okay, so that's great. So what else can I do? So say I like my class A30 there, so if I click over here, you'll see on the top the light change from 1 to 2 over here, and now I can save another preset in there. So from here, say I want a, let's be silly, a solo 100 overdrive, which is a Soldano. Oh my good lord, you hear that click and you know it's going to be loud. Let's put that with a 4x12 greenback cabinet and see what's... Now I'm not using any pedals or anything, that is just the sound from the amp, and all of this is switchable by MIDI. So if you did want to have a MIDI foot switch, you then could basically have an 8-channel amplifier by setting these up, these individual ones here on channel A, and then doing the same on channel B, which you've again got the drop down list to choose from. And this is, you know, again, the same, each channel has the reverb settings, and each particular topology within there has the same. You can completely have different settings across the lot. So hopefully that's given you an idea of just how you can use your amp. I use mine into a Weber Minimas 50 and use it as a DI out. So basically what I'm doing is using the amplifier as a VST, which means that I'm not overloading my my PC with you know, heavily power consuming programs. It all comes from the amp, and I use this simple little controller, which I'll put a link to down the bottom, to use it. So yeah, that's a little taste of what you can do with this free software and a MIDI cable and a DT25 amplifier or a DT50. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you found it useful or something of interest. These are fantastic amps which are very versatile. You can do a lot with them, and you don't necessarily need the whole dream rig set up to be able to get the most out of the HD amp types and whatnot. If you found this video helpful, then please drop a like and subscribe. If there's anything you'd like to say or any questions you have or anything you could tell me, please drop a comment below. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye. Investment. So, without further ado, good at this, aren't I? Further ado.